And for some strange reason, I'm recording now. For some strange reason, he thought that you didn't care about the company because you said something about, well, I don't care, or something like that. Nicholas said, what do you mean you don't care? And that's when he got on a three-way, and I was listening to you guys arguing back and forth, and I'm thinking to myself, Nicholas. I texted him back the following next day. You know what I told him?
Me.
You know, was it not you? Who was that? The salesman?
It was the salesman, Corey.
Okay, McCoy. You're not that guy?
No, I'm Jesse.
Oh, you're Jesse.
I'm Jesse.
I'm sorry.
No, that wasn't me. He told me about it though. Nick told me about the
yeah, that was it. So you was working with Nicholas whenever this happened?
Uh-huh.
In the concrete business?
Uh-huh. I still work there.
Okay.
So Nick's ex-wife Shannon.
Yeah. The first wife she had.
I was married to Shannon's sister.
I didn't even know she had a sister.
Yeah. That's how I met Nick. They were staying over in Waverly. We had a house in Waverly. And Nick left and went to Colorado.
Uh-huh.
He convinced me to move to Colorado, so I went to Colorado.
You went to Colorado?
Uh-huh.
You was the top hand then that he kept bragging about.
Mm-hmm.
You was him.
We've been together I've been knowing him for about 20 years. I've been working for him.
Or working with him.
I've been working with him for 10 years.
Okay, whenever he left Colorado, Brundage and Bone, he come back to Memphis.
Yeah,
Did you come back there?
We all came back together.
Okay.
Yeah, we rented a big old house in East Memphis.
Right.
And we stayed down here.
And COVID basically is what knocked that in the head.
No, me and John was just talking. During COVID, we didn't never stop. We built all Amazon.
Well, then how come he had a disagreement with Brundage and Bone? Because he threw away over 20 years of seniority there.
Yeah, no, Brundage and Bone. Where's the difference, man? We come from the corporate office. That's a fine-tuned machine. And you come on this side of the Mason-Dixie, and you get
Bunch of worn-out junk.
Mm-hmm.
I got
disagreements about things.
And he couldn't get no leadway pertaining to basically having a blank check to be able to take care of the equipment, and because of it, he was too much of a counter. Yeah.
Yeah, because Nick, I'm gonna tell you this. Nick loved what he did, and he was by the book. He was good at it. When you're dealing with people in positions who are doing underhanded things, you come in here rocking his apple cart and you're a troublemaker.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So it's just a different.
Next thing you know, you get a bad rep.
Right.
Well, he told me, and I'm pretty sure you know about this. He told me that I think it's about 2 months ago. He wound up going up in North Carolina with some people up there riding a bike.
Uh-huh.
Was those the same two people that confronted him pertaining to this business opportunity of going out west and getting that concrete truck?
Who did he go riding with?
He said it was some rich people.
Hell, there was a lot of rich people here today. Now, one of the guys he went riding with, they own a finishing company.
Okay.
Up there in Huntsville.
Okay.
Steve something. They work with Monster Concrete.
I got you.
No, but so I don't know. I know.
Because supposedly, I don't mean to cut you off, but supposedly, Nicholas bumped into these two people. What did you say their business name was? W&W?
Yeah. Well, we knew W, though. We did a lot of work for him when we was here in Memphis.
What's their real names?
One of them named Tom Walls.
Tom Waltz?
Walls.
Walls,
like W-A-L.
Okay, like Walt.
Tom Sawyer, their brothers. Tom and Mitch. Mitch was here today.
See, I didn't see him.
Yeah, he was.
You know his last name?
Walls. W-A-L-L. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Are they brothers too?
Uh-huh.
Oh, they are.
Uh-huh.
And they own the construction company called WW. Is it just a small little whatnot, four or five truck?
Really, no, well they didn't even have pumps. So what we do, we're subcontractors. They need concrete place somewhere.
Yeah.
They contract us. You know, they mostly like concrete finishers, concrete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, how come they just took it upon themselves all of a sudden toward wanting a truck that at one time, I guess Brundage and Bone used to rent from that company over there in Phoenix, Arizona?
Well, I don't know. I don't know where he got the truck from. I know he was I know WW was buying the truck.
He cut a check for them for $250,000.
Yeah, I don't know where they went.
I questioned him from the front end to the back end. I was with him from the time he left the airplane, from the time he landed over there in Phoenix. I talked to him going up Flagstaff Mountain. He told me it took about 5.5 hours. Ordinarily, you can go from Phoenix, Arizona to Flagstaff in about 3. Just to give you some sort of idea of how slow that truck was going.
I know I drive them trucks.
Those trucks will go slow because they ain't geared up to go fast.
No.
Anyways, he texted me of the hotel in New Mexico. And he told me whenever he left, and I talked to him probably about 2 o'clock that afternoon. He just got through talking to Keckle Brothers at 4:30. He tried to contact me at, he tried to contact me within 13 minutes before he had the accident. Just so happens I was busy, and I didn't hear the phone ring, and I live way out in the country, so I didn't know. And sometimes my phone don't even ring. Sometimes it'll show up later that I had a mixed call. But he had something on his mind that he wanted to say to me. But I went to the route. I said, you checked all the lights? Oh, yeah. I said, you checked all the air? I said, yeah. I said, what kind of tires you got? He's got name brand. I said, how about the thread? He said, it looks good. He said, this thing is roadworthy. What it was, whenever he went over that crest on I-40, the traffic had backed up about 2.5 miles, and they didn't position their signs far enough back and have, enough warning signs, because a couple of days before that, there was already 2 or 3 bad accidents, and before they cleaned up the mess good, before 12 o'clock, a drunk come up through there and killed 3 people in the exact same spot. So does that not tell you that there was a problem pertaining to, because whenever those guys sit out there in cones, you actually got to go to school. You got to get like certified to do that. You got to know how to do that and backing up the traffic. That way, it's not a hazard.
Right, especially coming over here.
Yeah, especially going over a crest like that. And as soon as he went over that crest, it was too late. And you know as well as I do, whenever you try to stop 55,000 pounds, you ain't gonna stop it on dime, are you?
No, we're not stopping like a regular car.
Not even close. Almost like stopping a railroad car, ain't it? So, as far as you know, those 2 guys that in what part of Mississippi did you say was in?
I think they're in Wiles, Mississippi. I'm not sure where they're located. When we worked for them, when they contracted us,
right,
all of their work was in Mississippi.
I got you.
So they're based out of Mississippi.
Well, what made them all of a sudden decide to get a big old truck like that? Did they already have trucks?
No. It might be something that they was trying to venture off into.
So they was venturing off into it.
Yeah.
Well, somebody had to have some money to be able to cut a check like that.
Well, shit.
And they was paying for the hotel. They was paying for everything. Everything.
Listen, what we do is big money industry.
Yeah, it is.
It is, and just the employees make good money.
I know.
So imagine what the owners.
You know, Nicholas was fixing to go from $100,000 a year to probably more like $250,000 a year, or probably even $500,000 a year, if he would have spread out and got back relocated like he was down there in Memphis and having his own business, because he was not only good on field work, but he's also good with managing work, pertaining to knowing how to contract, knowing how the truck's supposed to operate, knowing how to cut something. I mean, cut through the chase. I mean, go ahead and fix it, because eventually it's going to cost you more money if you don't.
They taught me everything I know about this industry, and I ain't took my own horn or nothing, but I'm forced to be reckoned with.
Well, you mind giving me your telephone number?
Yeah, not at all.
Okay, and I'll call you a little later on. But I don't even know. I guess did Keckle Brothers pay for that funeral?
I'm not sure. I know. So I put them in touch with his wife.
You what?
I put them in touch with his wife.
Yeah.
Because she was telling me that when I talked to her, she's like, "Just I don't know how we gonna get him home or anything."
Somebody had to fly him out here. I mean, that was a nice vault they put him in. That was a $100 vault they just put him in.
And
did you see that vault? That wasn't no ragged vault. That was a $100 vault.
So I did talk to them, and they told me, they said, well, have his wife to contact the funeral home.
Right.
And have the funeral home contact them about seeing what they can do to help get his body here.
Right.
And I just put them two in contact.
Yeah.
Because
I got the telephone call about 3 o'clock, man. My heart just absolutely just shattered.
Cause they called me, Chon called me.
What about my time?
He called me about 2 o'clock. No, he texted me. He said, "You up?" I said, "I'm up." He called me. He said, "Man, you sitting down?" I said, "Yeah, Chon." I said, "No, I ain't sitting down, Chon. I'm fucking working, Chon. What the hell you want this early in the morning?"
Yeah.
Man, Nick down, man. I said, what? I was just blown back about it. It just threw me for a loop for a while. I was like, what?
Hell, I'm still through. It feels like somebody's reaching and taking my guts, and jerking plumb out of my chest.
That guy there.
And I'm pretty sure it ain't all hit me yet,
I'm sure
as far as breathing.
Yeah. But that guy there, you would have.
See, you told me that you've had a close relationship with Nick for the past 20 plus years, and you have talked about me pertaining to my religion.
We talked every day.
And about the problems that I went through pertaining to the Secret Service, Homeland Security,
he told me some things,
and him going with me on his first crusade up to New York City and Washington D.C. and going all the Congress and passing out material.
Yeah.
Maybe I was kind of using Nicholas as a crutch, and because of it, I was kind of. I wasn't in a backslidden condition whatsoever, but I wasn't really putting in 100% because I'd already done reached a state in my mind. Well, here I am, 64 years old. I've already been through this, and I still don't have a Joel Osteen congregation in behind me. It's like, well, maybe it's going to be Nicholas that's going to pick up the Jubilee Windmill Ministries, But I see right now that wasn't in the cards.
No. Honestly.
Hey, when we leave here, Shirley needs gas too. I told her, so we got to find a gas. My gas light came on my bike.
Okay. Well, let's
The first
talk.
decent one.
I'm recording this right now. This is him.
Oh.
This is Nicholas's best friend. He's been with Nicholas now for 20 years. He worked for the concrete operation. He knows all about what I need to know.
All right. Well, what time are we going to leave?
Probably about another 10 minutes.
Okay.
A couple hours now?
No. About another 10 minutes, we'll be leaving.
All right. You heard that, Shirley?
Anyways,
I can tell you this: the last few months, see, Nick here, he's always been trying to convert me to Catholicism. So I'm not big on church, but I'm very big in that Bible.
did he
and I'm
tell
very
you that he
knowledgeable.
surrendered his rosary to me?
No, he didn't tell me that.
Ah.
No, he didn't tell me that. But for the last few months,
He stayed at my house right before Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Just past last year. Brought the child in there and stuff. We had a good time. Talked about this and that. And he left. I thought, all right, he's gone. Well, about 10 minutes later, he come back. He said, hey, Dad, I forgot to give you something. And I'll show you what he forgot to give me, which was a card, a $100 check for Jubilee's Windmill Ministries and his rosary. He handed me his necklace. I said, Nicholas, do you really want to hand me that?
Yeah.
I said, that really means a lot to a true Catholic person to hand me that. He said, Dad, I'm giving you this not because I'm giving up on God, but because I'm giving up on that organization. He said, I'll never give up on God or the Lord Jesus Christ, because he asked me one time, he said, how do you know that you really got a relationship with God? And I told him, I said, well, the Bible says that the Father seeketh those that worship him in truth and in spirit. I said, you got to be truthful and you got to be sincere. And the Father seeketh those who worship him that way. You don't have to have a mediator. You don't have to do 10 Hail Marys, but before the Father's going to hear you. But you know what? I didn't push that off on him because I know that if I did, that could have caused a rebellion. So I let the Holy Spirit work on him, and I'm going to tell you something. He become closer to God whenever he gave up that rosary than he ever thought about before, because he started going to church with the Caleb brothers down there. I think he went to church past 4 or 5 Sundays down there in Church of Christ Church.
Well,
He had a very
there has
secure.
been a major change in him in the last 3 months. A major change.
Whenever he come back from that last vacation.
Yeah, when he sent me pictures of everything. He brought me some souvenirs and everything. Because we talk on that level a lot.
He told you that I've been through hell pertaining to the United States government, the federal government, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He was very sympathetic towards me there towards the last, in realizing, Dad, they'd screwed you over. And I said, son, they didn't just screw me over, they screwed us over. That's our family reputation out there, that I was picking up the reins for Christ, and now they're going to knock me in the head like this?
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, man, I'm glad I met you. I really am. I want to show you what he sent me real quick, and then I want your telephone number to be able to call you, because you seem like a real cool dude.
Yeah, man. I'm just
And if
down
you've known
here,
Nicholas
down
for that
there.
long a time,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And then